or experienced who are interested in becoming mechanics. Now, I say that as a do-it-yourself mechanic. Um, there's no reason why you can't learn to be a mechanic uh, by being self-taught. A lot of times people frown on the idea of being self-taught. They want you to go to an accredited learning institution of some kind, get a associate's degree or a 4-year degree, certifications, something that says that you've had formal training. That's fine if you're going to apply for a job, to be a mechanic. You want to work at a dealership, or you want to, maybe someday work for Crete or something like that. I would be interested too in seeing what qualifications do you have to get tested, as an ASC certified mechanic. Because as you can imagine, as owner operators learn to work on their own trucks, then they develop these knowledge and skill sets. And, some owner operators just as good as any mechanic that you would find at a Crete terminal, or mobile mechanic, or a TA, Petro, Lowe's, Flying J. A lot of owner operators do their own repairs. They have their own tools, and they have years and years of experience. So that's the direction I'm going in, and that's why I created this new learning unit, so that I can post different things that, as I learn, I post it and share it with the group. And then those owner operators who are interested in pursuing those mechanical skill sets as I am can learn with me, or in the year's future, they will say, okay, this is the direction I want to go. Very similar to these other group members, they've all were owner operators, and they developed themselves into mechanics. So I think this is very different from the driver technician. In driver technician series, we said we want to be able to become knowledgeable and do minor repairs so that we can speak intelligently with a mechanic. Now we're saying we're going to take the mechanic right out of the picture here. We're going to buy our parts with a Crete discount. We're going to buy them directly from Freightliner or other places, and then we're going to do the repairs ourselves. We're not going to hire a mechanic. So I think so far we've developed 3 levels, and the level 1 is the junior level. I think that's a very good goal for all owner operators to learn and develop the skill sets and purchase the tools to perform all the tasks in level 1. I think if you accomplish that, you would have enormous benefits for you and your small business, the cost savings, the expertise to respond to minor breakdowns. I just think that an owner operator who can do level 1 mechanic skills or tasks is going to be a very, very good owner operator. I mean, they're a rock solid owner operator. Now, I think if you get into level 2, into level 3, we are advancing beyond owner operator. Now we are becoming mechanics. I think level 2 and level 3 is just a higher level of knowledge and skill set, and probably specialized tools that it's not really necessary as an owner operator to do those things. Some owner operators are going to be interested in learning how to do that, including myself. So that's why we're charting a path that says, okay, these are level 1, and then if we want to go on to become a mechanic, a diesel mechanic, we're charting a path to levels 2 and level 3. And to tell you the truth, the sky's the limit. I mean, it depends on each individual, how much they want to learn, how much they want to invest in tools, how much time they want to spend on it, where their interests lie, what kind of facilities do they have to do some of the work. And then they may find that they've gone through level 1 and they went into level 2, and then that's where their interest ended. And they're like, well, yeah, I could do some of this level 2 stuff, but I'd rather pay someone to do it. I'm more comfortable just doing level 1. Nothing wrong with that. It's still a very, very good owner operator if you could do all level 1. I would say level 2, you're a mechanic. So level 1, you're still an owner operator. Level 2, you're now a mechanic. You're a mechanic who drives. Obviously level 3, you're on your way to becoming a full-time mechanic. So I think if you're getting into an engine overhaul, then you're probably going to be leaving the driving behind and focusing more on mechanics. You never know how someone's career can develop. They could start out as a driver and over the years become a mechanic and then decide that they want to become a full-time mechanic and leave driving behind. You just never know how these things turn out. And you may become a far more successful mechanic than you ever would be as a driver. That's possible. You could say, well, I started out as a driver, as a company driver. Then I became an owner operator, and then I became a mechanic, and then I became a master mechanic, and now I have my own mechanical shop, and all I do is engine overhauls. You never know how that career could develop. It's certainly possible. But for the purpose of this group and the purpose of this learning unit and this group guide is to say, okay, we're starting out with at least 3 levels of mechanic. Now we're going beyond driver technician. So we're leaving driver technician as, like a junior owner operator. Now we're going on to becoming a mechanic. And this would really interest the more experienced owner operators who have the tools. And, we're really just kind of tired of paying mechanics to do shit for us. It's like, I know more about that repair than the 20-year-old mechanic who's trying to do it. It's like, just get him out of the way. I'll do it myself. It gets to that point. The more years of experience you have as an owner operator, the more capability you have as a mechanic. So that's what this learning unit's about. That's what this group guide's about. And I think some guys are really going to enjoy it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the internet.